moments ago, we understand that Jerry Lawler has bruised ribs and King Lawler that just came in a few moments ago. We understand that Jerry Lawler has bruised ribs and
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of your Scottish podcast. I am your trusty host, Arran, and my trusty co-host, John. How are you doing this evening whilst we talk about WWE for 2 weeks?
Absolutely amazing.
Nice. So what have you thought of the ongoings of the last 2 weeks before we crack on and get on with it?
Do you know what? It's just going from strength to strength.
Right, let's just get on with it then. Because we're going to talk about how much it gets with strength to strength, because this is just going absolutely mental every week. There's more storylines that are building towards for Saturday Night Main Event, because that's the next PLE, and then there's stuff that's building towards for Survivor Series. So, starting off with Raw, Monday Night Raw on October the 6th. The show opens with Roman Reigns promotion. Take it away, my friend, with this promo.
Do you know what? It was kind of a weird one because like he was way to speak, and then they get interrupted. He gets interrupted by Heyman, doesn't he?
Yes.
And they're going back and forward saying how much that he wants the tribal chief to come over and be siding with the Vision, and then it is flourishing. The story's flourishing.
I could see, because we'll talk about it, I could see why they were trying to do this, because it was where the build up for Crown Jewel. But I have a theory, and we'll get to that when we cover Raw and Crown Jewel, for what I think is going to happen going forward with what's happened, if you know what I mean. But no, I totally agree. For me, it felt weird, but after watching the last 2 weeks, I could see why they've put these snippets in here with that and stuff. So it was good to see. So first match of the evening was Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch. Now obviously this wasn't for was it for the title? I can't remember. Was the title on the line? No, it wasn't. It was a non-title match. Now I think this was a very, very good match. And I was surprised, very pleasantly surprised actually, that Maxine Dupree actually won this match. But I could see what they're teasing, because I'm sure that Maxine's still working alongside Natalia backstage and stuff. So I could see where they're potentially going with this further down the line, and I'd like to see where it may or may not go.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to say this now. I'm going to put this out there. Like, this was one of the best Maxine Dupree matches we've actually seen on television.
Yes.
And you can tell from where she started to now, she's just completely turned herself around.
100%, mate. It's like, you see, I know what she's doing with Chad and working alongside them, and what she's doing now with Natalia is just, it's just phenomenal. When they do stuff and work on stuff, you can see how much these people flourish, because we've not seen her much, because they've either been using a backstage role or whatever else. But I thought it was really, really good, and I'm looking forward to seeing her develop and grow even further as a competitor within the Raw product. Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. Mate, take it away. Come on.
You know what? We say it all the time. How good is Lyra? Lyra Valkyria, like one of the best. Like, I would say one of the best in the top 5 of the women's wrestlers in 2025.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I mean, the chemistry they two have on TV is absolutely amazing. And they know how to bounce. They know how to bounce off each other.
Yeah, and I think you're right because obviously, if you remember rightly, the feuds that they both had before they got called up to the main roster. Yeah, I know Lyra was before obviously Roxanne, but when they, oh excuse me, sorry, when they both got the call up the way that they have, and you could see it that how well they worked together because they worked so well together when they were in NXT. So I could see why they're putting these two together and having the fights, the matches that they have. And it was just, you know what we say every week about the two of them. It's like you wouldn't need to build a program because they know each other's stuff so well. They could, because they've wrestled together that long. They could potentially, I'm not saying it's what, but they could potentially put a match on without having creative being involved. Does that make sense? Because they know each other so well, they know their movesets, and they've worked together so well. And I'm looking forward to seeing if this continues further down the line because what happens obviously later on Raw and stuff leading up to Crown Jewel and that. Then we get a Mr. Punk promo.
Again, there's not much you can really say that
Yeah,
he hits the spots with the mic so well, and he knows how to deliver on the mic.
yeah. And you know what? Can't say any more than that because, mate, we say it every week if he does a promo, if he's in a match or whatever else. The fact of the matter is, he is loving his time being back in WWE. You see,
Oh,
obviously, they are
absolutely.
touring Japan just now, and there was a show in Japan this weekend, and I'd seen the clips of it, and you see him just in the ring with, I think it's Rhea Ripley and Io Sky and stuff. And
Yeah,
just the amount of fun he's having with these guys. And I'm sure I've seen a tweet, don't quote me, I may be well wrong, but I'm sure, yeah, we alluded to it offline because I'm not like that. Rhea's got a shiner and she's broke her nose
yeah,
in one of the matches over the weekend. But I'm sure all three of them went to him, Roxanne Perez, and Rhea Ripley all went to a tattoo place and got the same little tattoo near in the same place. I thought, no,
yeah.
what? For people to say that he doesn't like working with people and everything else, if that was the case, stuff like this wouldn't be happening, if you know what I mean. Which is great
Yeah.
to see. I know we're going off topic and stuff, but we do that anyway.
It was also good to see the interaction when I know we've not alluded to it yet, but with AJ Styles announcing his retirement and
Oh
it was
yeah,
the last time he was going to perform in
yeah,
Japan.
100%, mate,
Uh,
100%.
it
You know
was
what?
all
And see, for me, right, and I know my childhood wrestler growing up, my favourite wrestler of all time was Triple H. And when he had to hang up
yeah,
his boots and everything else, I was like, oh, fair enough. And obviously, when Cena came out and it's on his terms and everything came out, he's doing it. I'm thinking, bugger, I'm going to miss him so much. And
yeah.
I honestly, mate, I can't wait to speak about their match at Crown Jewel when we get there because, oh my fucking god, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, to see the fact that AJ will be retiring sometime in next year in 2026, it's right for him. He's bought it and everything else. And I'm just looking to see the way it works, the same way, whether his schedule is going to be similar to John's, if you know what I mean. John's
Yeah.
only got now, he's only got so many dates left. Four,
4 dates.
yeah. Because I know I'm not sure if he's at Saturday Night Main Event that's coming up this weekend. Definitely know he's at Survivor Series. His final match, because they've started promoting that for Saturday Night Main
Yeah.
Event on the 13th of December. I'll just plug it for them. And
He's choosing his opponent though.
he's getting to choose his opponent, yes. I believe so, yes. That's what's out there. He's getting to decide that. But
They were going to have a,
I do
they
hope
were going to,
that we get to see him face off against Mr. Dom and hopefully win that belt and he'll be a Grand Slam title holder and then lose the belt the next night, if you know what I mean.
you know what? Do you know what? Right, I've heard now. Could be totally wrong on
Yeah,
this,
no,
but
go for
this
it,
is
man.
what I've heard. Like, so, you know how Andrade broke his 90 day
I
WWE?
admit, I seen that earlier. So he broke his 90-day clause. And he went to WWE, left AEW, came to WWE, left WWE, went back to AEW, then came back, and then went back to AEW, started doing appearances for them. Oh, and WWE gets in touch with him and says, actually, I'm sorry, yes, he's still got a 90-day rep that he can't compete. So, this is what I'm thinking. Google with what you're away to say, because I think it's exactly the fucking same thing.
So are they going to use that against AEW to try and get Edge to come in to be John Cena's last opponent?
That's exactly what I was thinking. The thing is, he goes to do an appearance. They say we'll give them the letter to say, actually, remember this. Okay, right, John wants to face Edge for his final appearance. We'll allow that. He could compete. Let Edge come for that one final appearance because that's who Cena wants to fight. And that clams every fucking thing, mate. 100%.
Yeah.
Now, if that does happen, and that's Cena's last match, that is going to be fucking awesome. Anyway, right. Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Fuck me, man. Wow. We could talk about them in Japan as well because, mate, there was a spot, right? I love these two girls together. I know they were in a team and everything else, and they're no longer teaming and stuff like that. And I get what's going on, and it's great to see that she's teaming now with Rhea, and the chemistry her and Rhea have. It's just, you've seen it before they started teaming together. It's just phenomenal. But, oh man.
Yeah.
I could talk about them for so long, but we don't have that much fucking time, man. But honestly, this match I thought was a brilliant match, and it showcased what we know that they could do that we've been missing from seeing them when they've been in the ring, John, if you know what I mean, because we hadn't seen them for a while, and it's great to see. I don't know about you.
You know what? I think they're phenomenal. Like, do you know what? Right now, I know we've alluded to it before, but I think it's funny when Asuka loses her shit.
Oh yeah. Well, mate, that's one way to look at it, right? So they were in a tag match, like them at Japan.
Yeah.
So, Carver, the female ref, can't remember her name right now. Alex, can't remember her name. I'm really sorry, but they're outside doing a spot out. They're out the ring, and the referee's like,
Yeah.
you get back in to the ring where you're meant to be. And she goes to, so it's so fucking funny, man. She goes where she is from the ring because she's been told from the referee, get back in. Does she not end up going to the wrong turnbuckle to where she's meant to be for the tag? And Asuka's like, there, and she just gets down, and that wee run that she does to get there, I'm sitting there fucking howling because I'm thinking, wow. But it made it all the more funnier because these things do happen, they do make errors, and it was class to see, and just that we run and how, as you say, Asuka losing her shit, it's like, wow. Right.
And it's not even. It's not even.
Say that again,
It's
mate?
not even like and what she's saying, like, because she's saying it in Japanese, and it's like,
Yeah, I know, mate. Honestly, it's brilliant. And because obviously we had the segment we had at the start with Roman and stuff, sorry man, I put my hands in front of the camera constantly. We get another one where there's drama between the Vision and the Bloodline because what was said and because what happens and stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
In that, it was interesting to see where this goes, but we obviously know where it goes because we'll come to that very shortly. But when I seen this, I'm thinking, are they dropping hints here that they're away to do something else, somewhere else, with something else? If you know what I mean, I'm thinking, oh, okay, we'll need to keep an eye on that. Then we get Mr. AJ Styles, who we spoke about, with Dragon Lee and Penta versus the Judgment Day. Take it away, John.
Again, like we alluded to with Alex last week, like that they cannot put on a bad match.
No.
All the calibrates in that ring are absolutely amazing, and they're like we've alluded to with Roxanne Perez and Lyra.
Yeah.
Like they just know how to bounce off each other, and they know each other's moves inside out, and they know when to do a certain move at a certain spot.
Yeah, man. Honestly, it's just, and it was great to see like the three of them, like AJ, Penta, and Lee working together, and stuff. And it's like I'm hoping whatever happens with AJ with his retirement tour that he's doing when that comes, I'm hoping this team can form again and they could carry on because, like I mean, I just said they just bounced off each other so freaking well. Main event of the evening was CM Punk and LA Knight versus the Usos. And Mr. Punk and Mr. LA Knight, yeah, won the match. So, right, what do you think?
Do you know what? Like, I wasn't too sure about CM Punk and LA Knight teaming up.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it made for a really interesting lineup.
Yes.
Because we know that they've been going at each other for a number one contender spot, and then you add Jay into the mix, who's also been going for that spot.
Yeah.
And then you've got Jimmy. Like, Jimmy's like, he's not even bothered about like anything because he's not involved as much as what Jay is.
Yeah.
And then is this not when the end of the match the Vision come out
Yes.
and attack the Usos, and then Roman comes out, shakes Jay's hand, and then they have a face off.
Yes.
Jimmy's like, but what about me?
Yep.
So I think where this is going to go is, I think when Roman gets ready to hang up the boots, he'll pass the foul over to Jay, and Jay will become head of the table.
I've said that all along, mate. You just look at it, the way they're building it and stuff. But again, you're right. Very good match, but it's planted the seed for a lot of different things. And some of these different things have already happened because obviously we've not been on to speak about them. But I'm hoping Alex is having a fabulous time because him and his partner are actually in Portugal. So that's why he couldn't join us tonight. So hopefully when we're back next Sunday, he will be here to share his thoughts with us about all things WWE.
Yeah.
Moving on to NXT Showdown. Now, this was called something else, but I get the reason they changed it. Now, mate, I don't know about you, right? But I love the opening. How, like, the Hardys are in the back, all in war paint and everything else, well, Jeff is. And Shawn Michaels does his swagger that he does and comes out and someone should say, what the fuck are you doing here? And then
Yeah.
cue the music hits, they go out, face the dark state, and the Hardy Boys win the match, and the Hardy Boys are now NXT Tag Team Champions and TNA Tag Team Champions. But mate, what a match. What a fucking match. What the only thing for me, right, that bothered me, it was not the match, it was the gear. Because that with the paint, that gear they're wearing, don't get me wrong, I loved it because it's white, but that's going to be a fucking bastard to clean.
But do you remember when they first started out for? They were wearing white.
Yes, they were.
The hard.
Yeah.
But do you know what I loved about the ending of this match?
Go on.
When they won the titles, and Carlos came in the ring and handed the belts over to them.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he left, he went back and joined the Dudleys in the crowd. And basically, they were sort of alluding to their match at Bound for Glory, which was absolutely phenomenal.
It was a phenomenal match, mate. Wow. And just the way that ended as well. We'll gloss over that slightly, mate, because I can't remember much of it, but I could figure that out.
It was, you know what? I'm gonna say this now. I absolutely bawled my eyes out at the end of the
yes, mate. I could see why, because the way what happened, the way it ended, and everything else. Yes, I could totally allude to it and see why, mate. And I think a lot of people would be the same. Then we get the women's TNA team versus NXT women's team, and Jordana Grace was special guest referee in this match, so she was involved.
Yeah.
But the way this started, they all got in the ring and whatever else, and it was like they wanted to fight, but Jordana Grace was trying to be the referee the way she's meant to be, and it's like rang a bell and they all just fucking pummeled each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought it was a very, very good match. The way it was set up, how it was the eliminations and stuff. I'm pleasantly surprised because the way they built it and leading up to it, I was expecting the TNA women to win. So I'm very happy that Team NXT won, though. Very, very happy. And I'm looking forward to seeing where some of these guys go going forward that were in the women's team for what's coming between Raw and SmackDown and Crown Jewel, and what could potentially come at this coming week for these women, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Do you know what I thought was? I thought like you said, NXT women looked a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Because they were all on the same team, same page, and then you had like TNA where your captain was a superstar from NXT.
Yeah, I know, mate.
But like you said, it was a fucking phenomenal match.
Yeah, 100%. We move on to happy to see him back again in WWE. Mustafa Ali versus Ethan Page for the North American Championship. But know what? Just to be able to get to see Ali again, I was very happy. I'll let you go with your thoughts and then I'll come back in rather than me being an ass.
I like you say, it's great to see Mustafa Ali back in NXT. I mean, he was better. I remember the days when he was a hacker.
Yes, mate, that was class when he thought how he came up with that gimmick and thought of that. You know what I mean? Was absolutely ingenious.
Yeah, absolutely. But like the way the match went, I thought they had really good chemistry, and it kind of showed Ethan in a different light as well as Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, 100%.
But I'm looking forward to seeing where the North American Championship is going to go.
Yeah, 100%. I can't agree anymore, mate. It was some good spots, and Ethan being the typical heel champion that he is, pulling off what he needs to and everything else. But again, just phenomenal. And like you, I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes going forward for obviously Halloween Havoc this week.
Yeah,
In event, TNA team versus TNA team. NXT team, sorry. Men's
yeah.
team versus men's team. Thoughts, my friend?
You know what?
Are you
I
happy with
called it.
that? Did the right team win, or did you think that the NXT team should have won? Based on
No,
what
because
happened, right? Based on what
no,
happened, remember?
I called it
Yes, we both did, mate. We both said he was going to fucking walk out or do something.
because the NXT women's won. It made perfect sense for the TNA men's to win, but they were like I alluded to with the TNA women. The TNA guys were all on the same page, and the NXT guys were bickering basically.
Yeah. Well,
But can we just say how well Javon done in that match as well?
oh, mate. Oh, wow. Wow, mate. I just can't wait until he comes up to the main roster. Honest to fucking
Oh,
God.
yeah, there's going to be some great matches.
So match of the night for
I
Showdown.
Match of the night for Showdown had to be Hardy's winning the titles.
100%, mate. Totally agree. Right, we shall move on. SmackDown on the Friday before Crown Jewel. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
Show opens with Cody promo. Take us in, my friend. Take us in all hoots, books, and bounces.
It was typical. It was a typical Cody promo.
Yeah.
Talking about like that how he's inside Seth's head, and that he he wants to know how Seth's going to dethrone him,
Yes.
and, and he also alluded to if he could do it himself, which I thought was ingenious because then
Yeah.
like that plan in for where it's going to go.
Yes. 100%, mate. Yes. Totally. And this is what I love. Like his promos, you know what you're going to get from him, right?
Yeah.
And if he fucks up, if something happens in a match or whatever, you'll get that seriousness from him saying, yes, this happened, that happened, and whatever else, which is fair enough. But I was looking forward to what happened in the match and then what happened on Raw after. It was first match of the evening for me. Well, not for me. It was Sami Zayn versus an open challenge because he continued to open challenge.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong. No, that was this SmackDown. So I'll shut up. It's okay. I am not wrong. I am right. Shinsuke Nakamura was his
Nice to
opponent.
see him.
And did he not come out to his old music? So that makes me.
So this is where it comes in, right? So I've seen reports, right? So Wrestle Votes and I think it's PWI have both have come out and said so Shinsuke, Drew, Sheamus, and there's another person I've not named have all wanted to revert back to their original themes.
Nice. Nice.
So it kind of because Death Rebels in their last year with WWE,
That's right. Yes, they are. Yes.
which I'm kind of glad about. And WWE have come out and said they're looking to work with outside music producers to produce wrestling themes.
Oh, mate, don't. That would. Oh, wow. Anyway, you know what? It was good to see Shin back and with his own music, but back as a face, it fucking mate, it threw me because you look at. I get. I get wrestlers can be both characters. I totally get they can play a good guy and a bad guy. But the last time we seen Shinsuke Nakamura on WWE programming, he was in a feud and he was a heel and he was doing the black mist and everything else. Happy to have him back, but it completely threw me when that music came. I'm thinking, wait a fucking minute, it's like a fucking movie. I'm like,
Yeah,
brilliant, absolutely fucking brilliant. Um, but I'm loving what Sammy's been able to do with this open challenge, and obviously, yes, he retained, but there was involvement with other folk. Like Tamatonga's returned,
yeah.
and he took out both him. And then like after the match, like he returned and he took out both competitors. So yes,
Yeah, they both, and then all the MFTs came out as well.
yeah,
They surrounded the ring, and then they once they beat down like Shinsuke and Sami, the lights went out,
yes,
and we got the Y6.
yes.
That was cool how they done that.
It's cool, mate. We'll allude to SmackDown later on because something more happens with that as well. I thought it was brilliant, as you say, how they alluded to it and how they've done it and everything else. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes with what happened on SmackDown, which we'll talk about very soon because we're almost there already. But what happened and where it's going to go between the Y6 and the MFTs. I'm loving their war paint. I don't know about you, but the MFTs war paint that they were
Oh,
using, it's wow,
it's
it's up there.
you
Who
know
you
what? You know what makes it different?
Yep.
Is if they're all wearing the war paint and Solo's just like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I think makes it different from when Roman was in charge and stuff, and now they've got the bloodline the way that we have, if you know what I mean, and
Yeah,
stuff. Second match of the evening, Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffany Stratton versus Julia and Kiana James. Vaquer and Tiffy won, which I
yeah.
expected.
Again, it's your typical women's tag.
Guys, mate, but the thing is, it was good. See for a change. Rather than Julia, because she's got the US belt, right? Rather than her coming out and Kiana James being her mouthpiece, because that's what Kiana James is right now. It was good to actually see them both in the ring as a tag, rather than her being like her manager and just speaking for her all the time. It was good to actually be able to get to see them in the ring together, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes with Kiana James and Tiffy because of what happened at Crown Jewel and then obviously SmackDown. If you know what I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing where the storyline kind of goes. But you're right, typical type of match because obviously good to see that Vaquera and Tiffy worked well together, considering they fight the next night, if you know what I mean, for the Crown Jewel belt and stuff, and that. So it was good to see that side of it in that. Then we get the White Six versus the Profits. Go on, man, go on.
Absolutely insane. Like how Montez can get that height so well. It's like, do you know what it's like? It's like watching an older version of Javon Evans.
Yes.
And again, the Wyatts, they're just getting better every time. Absolutely getting
It's
better every
good to
time.
see them being utilised again now. I know we're still getting the video packages that we get from them, which is great because that's freaking with the brains with everybody else in the tag division. But you're right, Montez Ford. Fuck me, how he gets the height sometimes on these things that he's doing. I'm sitting there right, and I think, don't quote me, I think he's younger than me, or maybe ages with me, right? Don't quote me, I'm not 100% sure. Right, and I know I'm not physically fit, and I know I'm not a wrestler, right, mate, or anything else, right? But I'm looking at that thinking, how the fuck is he doing that? And I'm thinking, there's no fucking way in this earth I could do anything like that and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just love it. I just absolutely fucking love the bits. And again, with all these tag teams, it's putting them all on notice, which is great to see. The the Wyatts aren't just in the heads of the MFTs; they're in the head of Ciampa, Gargano, Fraxium. Most of the tags that are on SmackDown, they're all in their fucking heads, which is good.
Not tag teams in SmackDown, the tag teams in Raw as well.
Exactly, and which is great to see, mate. If you know what I mean. So then we get Aleister Black versus Damian Priest, but Aleister Black has a new person with him now.
Yes, his wife.
His wife has joined him as his mouthpiece.
But so the way this match ended was fucking cool.
It was, mate, 100%. 100%.
The way they so there was they were talking about it on Alistair Black's Twitch channel.
Yes, they were, yes.
And he said the way they worked it was she put like a burning candle thing on her hand.
Yep.
And then she flipped it over to him, and then he just went like that, and we just like it was like gone for a flash. If you blinked, you missed it.
Yeah. And it's like the way that how they worked it and did everything, and it makes it look like that he's blinded Damian Priest.
Yeah.
But it was just, mate, I'm thinking to myself, I'm so fucking happy that they've actually put them back together because they were together
Yeah.
before, if you know what I mean. So, and it's right because obviously they're in real life, they're husband and wife. So, and it makes sense because she's on SmackDown anyway. So, I initially thought when Black came back, okay, that Vega was eventually, she was going to get put over, right, with him. But I think because she was in programming and doing the US stuff and whatever else, I think he was just getting back and established again. I think it's always been on the cards, and they've just thought, fuck it, let's hit the switch now. And it fucking worked for that match, mate. And I don't
Absolutely.
see this feud with him and Priest being over. I see the feud with them continuing.
Because Damien, when she come out, Damien was like, "What are you doing? Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, and that's what makes it even better. The fact that he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, thinking, why the fuck is she now? Wait a minute. And I'm thinking, like, we know as fans, right? They're together, and the company have now put them together as a unit. And obviously, everybody else that wrestles with them know they're together, and that was talked about. But to get Damien's reaction as much to say, wait a minute, this isn't meant to be happening, but he obviously knew it was, which gave us as fans thinking, fuck, he didn't have a fucking clue. You know what I mean? And that is great to see that fact that on the fly that, yeah, because they, as we know, they rehearse and everything else and that.
Yeah.
But for him to do that for TV purposes, I thought was absolutely fucking brilliant, if you know what I mean. So, match evening for SmackDown.
Match of the evening for SmackDown. Hunter Shinsuke return into Sammy's Open Challenge.
Yep, 100% agree. Right, moving on. Right, mate. This man. Wow. Okay, Tim Jewell, come on, strap your seats in, my friend, because this is going to be a long one. Considering the third match, mate, because we've so much to talk about in that third fucking match. Right, I got everything fucking. I got most of what I thought right, but most of it I got wrong as well because I got the opening match wrong. I called that being something else, and it wasn't what I said.
Yeah.
So, opening match. OTC Roman Reigns, sorry, versus Bronson Reed.
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't know why why they called it the Australian street fight.
Because Bronson Reed is Australian.
Yeah, I know, but it was just a bog standard street fight, really.
I know, mate, but remember, it's in Australia. You've got an Australian in it, right, and stuff. I get what you're saying, and it was just a normal street fight, but because of where it was, I think that's why they've went with it. If you know what I mean.
I do think at the ending of the match, now he said, like, I know he said to them at the back, in the back, don't come out, I can do it myself.
Yeah.
But the fact that they didn't listen to him and they went and done it themselves and come out themselves and they're like, and did you hear what he said?
You don't want to see you until Christmas.
No, before that.
No, not before that, but the end part where they're still in the ring and they're confirming because he got beat and stuff.
Well, he said before he said, "I don't want to see you till Christmas." He alluded to. He said, it's like I can't do shit myself."
Oh wow! So making us as fans, what we've always said all along, that he needs fucking help. So he's taking on what fans are saying. That is fucking class, man. That is fucking class.
And the way he said, "I don't want to see you till Christmas," and then he just rolled out the ring, and then Jimmy's not even bothering about it.
But Jay's
just like,
what the fuck?
But I think going forward, I can definitely see like a Jay like going full on 2020 Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I could see that, mate. It's because you can see the way it's building and everything else. I thought, no, it was a good opener.
Yeah.
And I see why they came in because what happened because it was 2-on-2, and I see why they came. They came to try and save their cousin, and I get that, and everything else. But I think I have a theory. Okay, we'll wait until we talk about Raw about this theory because it alludes to a lot of things with what happens on Raw as well for Survivor Series. Okay, Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Vaquer. Wow. Fucking wow. You know what, mate? I did not expect it. I really did not expect them. I'm so fucking happy. I know I picked her when I did my predictions. I'm so fucking happy that Vaquer got the win. But even leading up to it, the way they've built it, they were trying to make Tiffy look strong. They had the tag match the night before and everything else. They didn't have any animosity in that tag match, but Tiffy still looks strong. I'm thinking, as much as yes, I picked her, I didn't think she was going to win, but mate, what a match!
Remember, this is Tiffy's first loss in 2025.
First loss in 2025, yeah, mate. It's mental, eh? It just shows you.
And it just goes to show like how much like WWE trusts Vaquer.
Yes.
To go out there. And that belt looks absolutely gorgeous.
It does, mate. But right, I don't know about you, right? But see, for me, the thing it's weird, right? Because any other time we've had Crown Jewel, it's been where
Saudi.
And how, right? And obviously, I get it. I get what goes on. I get the reason why the women have to cover up. But because I'm so used to it being in Saudi Arabia, even having it on and watching it and working in the background, right? It was weird as hell seeing the women actually being able to, you know, wear gear that they normally would because they were in Australia rather than when they were in Saudi. And I get it, it's because they have to cover up. But there's so many times I'm watching, I'm thinking, oh shit, yeah, they don't need to cover up because, oh yeah, they're actually in Perth. They're not fucking in Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean?
But do you know what else I find really funny is like how they've got like the two guys like closing the briefcase and they're walking out with it, and
Yeah,
they're really that heavy.
yeah, I know. But mate, right, fuck me, wow. I know that was wow, but next match, wow. Mr. John, fucking just go, because I need to contain myself. Just go.
This was just spot fest after spot fest after spot fest. I mean,
Right, I'll go through
we
it. Right,
get
so John Cena versus AJ Styles was the match, right? For anyone that isn't aware, John Cena won. Right, so finishers in this match because I had to write them down. Right, skull crushing finale. I think that was from Cena. Scorpion Death
yes,
Drop for Sting from AJ.
AJ.
Accolade from Rusev for John Cena. Walls of Jericho, Cena.
Yes, Cena.
Sister Abigail, Cena. Now, right, what I loved about this when he did this, right,
The fire.
he does it. He sits all the fireflies in the arena, and he's sitting in the corner,
He just
looking up, taking it in, and he's just about got it, points up, but he's just you could see, mate, he's in the emotion. He's just about welling up, and I'm thinking, you know what? For both of these guys, right, to have the spot fest and everything else, like you get Angel's Wings, you get RKO from Cena, right? And then the hung DDT as well from him that Randy Orton does. Then
yeah.
AJ Styles does the AA to John. Then you get the fade to black from Styles. Cena does the choke slam. AJ does the sweet chin music. Oh, and does what's his person not coming in and talk about that? Ellsworth after the match talks. Oh, I taught you that. But James Ellsworth came in and put a tweet out about it or something, and I thought that is fucking class. And then the tombstone.
AJ also used Frankie Kazarian's move as well.
Yeah, Frankie Kazarian's move. Yeah, but mate, honestly, it's just, you know what? I loved what like it was a brilliant match, right? But for both of them to pave the way for other wrestlers that they've either wrestled with, wrestled against, or whatever, to showcase all these different finisher moves or signature moves in this match alone. Mate, I was in awe watching it, honest to God.
See how we've alluded to it in the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know we've said John Cena, but do you think, right, this partnership with TNA, do you think they'll allow some of the superstars from TNA to come over to WWE for like a show or that to then do an AJ Styles retirement tour?
That's what I was thinking, mate. Because we're going to allude to Cena's retirement. Like, we're going to constantly talk about it as we get closer and stuff because it's not that fucking far down the line. Yeah, because as we know, he's only got 4 dates left. But I think what would be nice for AJ because they have that partnership. You get whatever way they're saying they're going down the route for when he does his retirement tour and whenever the date is in 2026 that he's hanging up the boots. I'm hoping like if they have like Road to Glory or what's the other one? Not Road to Glory. Fuck.
Glory.
It's not mate.
Slammiversary?
Slammiversary. Yes, thank you. If AJ turns up there and has a fight, so as much as he's doing his TNA to his tour because he's retiring for WWE, have that one last match at Slammiversary and say, right, that's I'm done with TNA, and then he has another match. If you know what I mean.
What would be a classic?
Go on.
So we'll have a fatal four-way
Ah.
of AJ Styles, Leon Slater,
Oh mate, don't. Javon Evans.
Leon Evans, and somehow, remarkably, Chris Bacon's back.
Oh mate, don't. That would be a match for the fucking ages, man. Wow. But know what? That match, fuck me. Sorry, I'm just putting it out there. For me, that was match of the night. And regardless of the
100.
fucking spot fest, if that, as we spoke about right off camera and that leading up to it, watching it and stuff. If that match
Yeah.
didn't get given 5 stars, there's something fucking wrong with it. It's something far wrong
Absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
it was a brilliant match. Yes, there were spots wherever, but I think it was for them because they're never going to wrestle each other again. For them to be able to do that and
Yeah.
allude to people that they've fought against, and for the company to allow AJ and John to do that in John's final match with him. And then what I loved after it, yes, John won. AJ could put his hand up, gave him his flowers, but even after John had won, he wanted to do the same for AJ, and I looked to him, and I thought that in itself is total mutual respect, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, because remember, John Cena done the Styles Clash to begin
Yes.
with. And then, because he alluded to that, oh, I don't think I'll ever get another match with AJ, so that's why I done that. And then, all of a sudden, Triple H comes out and says, Crown Jewel, boom, there you go.
Yeah. Mate, it's just brilliant the fact that way he's done stuff in this tour for him leaving. He's
Yeah.
alluded to people that he might not get to face again. Like obviously, Bray won't because you will know. Right.
Yeah.
Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Because I spoke so much about John Cena. On you go.
Just, do you know what? Like we said, Asuka at the start, pure losing her ship with not Io, Kairi again. And then Kairi's just like cowering. And then when they come down, when they make their entrance, Michael Cole says something, and she just goes, ah! I'm just like, what? But then, like, obviously we've got like the double teams from Rhea and EO that they've obviously spoke backstage and went, we'll do this move together, we'll try and work it around, and I just honestly, it was a great match, absolutely great match. I enjoyed it.
You thought it was a really, really good match. And know what? It showcased what like they can do as the Kabuki Warriors without like Sky. But it
Yeah,
also shows. I know we've seen it before because Rhea, you see it anytime Rhea is partnered with Sky and anything on if they've had a match, they get on so well in and out the
yeah,
ring, and it was great to see. And mate, I didn't expect them to lose because obviously again Rhea's hometown and everything else,
yeah,
but again the way they've built this, the Kabuki Warriors could have won if you know what I mean.
yeah,
They could have won,
yeah.
but that's the thing.
Because
Me,
remember, it was you as well.
yes, it was actually. Yes, it was.
I can't believe the age she is, and like she's younger than me.
Yeah, mate. I know it's mental. You know what I mean? Absolutely mental. But if you remember way back when the Judgment Day started, when Edge was still in WWE, and
Yeah,
she became his first person to join, right? Because when she came in the ring, took the hood off and whatever else. And mate, that's where all her darker side of shite. I know she was doing the darker makeup and that, but see when she already joined Edge first in the Judgment Day and everything else, and you see that moment where it's just the two of them in the ring and they're laughing and everything else. That's where for her, because I think Edge's creative mind as well. That's where the switch for her flipped, and you could see it more now because, mate, honestly, there's no. I don't think there's anything that this woman can't do in the ring, like Rhea. You know what I mean?
but I think like I'm gonna say this right. I know it's off topic, right? But right, so AEW isn't using Buddy.
I know where you're going with this.
I think he's going to come. I think there's going to be something going to happen with Rhea. And I think there's going to be a guy joining the Kabuki Warriors that they've signed on like a developmental or something.
Uh-huh.
And then the guy starts on Rhea, and it builds up a feud with them, and then the Buddy comes back to save Rhea.
I like it. Well, mate, I'm sure his contract is up soonish. I'm not sure of the dates, but you know, I could see it because obviously again they're man and wife, so I could see it. Right, main event of the evening for the men's crown jewel belt. Mr. Cody Rhodes versus Mr. Seth freaking Rollins.
Well, what can I say? I enjoyed the match, but I thought it was a kick in the teeth to Cody when he gave him that Rolex
Yes.
and he used it and smacked him in the mouth at the end. I was like, but
Yep.
I'll give Seth his due. He did do it on his own.
Yes, he
There
did
was
do it on his own, but obviously he had to use the watch and that. Heels do what they need to do, but fair play to him as well because he is legitimately injured. I can't remember what the injury is off the top of my head. I'm sure it's a rotary cuff or something like that. Something to do with his shoulder. He is actually, this time it is legitimate. It is not fake.
Well. The WWE put out a tweet and said, "Is it real or is it not?" That was what they said because they put up a picture with his shoulder as well.
But
So
I think it might not be. It might be. But all in all, I thought, no, what? Brilliant, brilliant show. And it's built for stuff for Saturday Night Main Event and Survivor Series going forward because we're waiting to speak about some of that very, very shortly. But yes,
yeah.
moving on to the fallout of after Crown Jewel. So Monday Night Raw, the next evening after.
No,
It opens with a Seth Rollins promo, and he goes on about how he beat him, this happened, that happened. Heyman comes out, the rest of the division come out, and we get what happens, John.
we don't. We get that at the end of the show.
So we do, no, we do. So they have the promo, but you can see the tension. You can see
because Braun's looking majorly pissed off.
yes. And you see when they first come out, he's miles are behind walking there to get to the ring and stuff. And that, so I thought it was a good promo, and it builds to what happens at the end of the show.
Yeah.
So match number 2, and this was for fuck me, I forgot this was for the IC belt. Dominic Mysterio versus Penance.
Yeah, it was a decent match. But I think with the IC title being on the line against Rusev this week, I think we are going to see a title change.
I do too, mate. I do too.
If not, if he manages to incorporate the lying, cheating, stealing gimmick again.
Oh, Los Americanos.
Oh yeah.
Remember, because he's built up a friendship with them.
Yeah. Well, who knows? But if he retains, then he is definitely dropping it to Cena.
I hope so, mate. Even if Cena gets it for that one night, right, mate, just to make him a Grand Slam champion and Cena drops it, right? If you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or what they could do, or what they could have done, right, is give Cena the belt, and then like Dom then says, "Well, look, here's footage of him, John cheating using the ropes." Then have a rematch, and then it reverses it. Still a
See,
Grand
the thing
Slam
is,
champion.
mate, right, this is the issue we have here, right? If he is going to face Storm for this title, right, at Survivor Series, or whatever other dates, because I can't remember he's on Raw or SmackDown or whatever this week, I can't remember what's going on off
He's
the top
on
of my
Raw.
head,
He's
right?
on Raw because they're not having him on SmackDown.
So, right, if this was to happen, and he was to lose the belt, right, win the belt and then drop it again, That's going to have to happen so quickly because he's only got 4 dates. If you think about it.
That's what I'm on about. So that's what I'm saying. So if we wins the belt, and then Dom goes into the back to
Oh, the
he
truck.
goes
Yeah,
hard,
yeah.
and then they show footage of Cena, using the rope or something controversial like that. And then Adam Pearce announces another match for them two that same night. He's still going.
Yeah. He still made the Grand Slam, and I get what you're saying. Rhea Ripley versus Kairi Sane was the next match. Again, a fallout from the match from them losing.
Yeah, you can't really say much about it, but apart from that, it was absolutely phenomenal.
Phenomenal, and Rhea won. Right person won, and but I think this is going to build between them two, like Rhea and Io and the Kabuki Warriors. Between the both, all 4 of them, they're going to going forward. They're going to fight backwards and forwards because I'm loving what they're doing with them.
Do you think we're going to get a women's War Games match for them?
Yes, I do. Yes. Right, Bronson Reed versus Mr. Jimmy Uso.
Again, another fantastic pairing. I mean, again, Jimmy's. It's a weird one because they're not utilising Jimmy as much as what they're utilising Jay.
And I get why though.
Yeah, but the right person won because it's building strength in that group again.
It's building up what happens later. I agree. I like you. I do want them to utilise Jimmy more and stuff. I don't know why they're not doing it, but so hopefully it happens and they do it soon. And we get Bailey and Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. So Bailey and Lyra Valkyria win the match. And I think this pairing, I think it's a brilliant pairing because we've seen what's happened with them backstage, and I'm still loving how we're not sure if we've got Hugger Bailey yet or we've got the split personality Bailey. They're still not sure where they're going. I'm loving the fact they're teasing with the hugging and the split personality together in the ring at the same time. It's great to see that they're giving us both versions, if you know what I mean.
When Bailey come out, did she not shout at Michael Cole again?
Yep, she did. She did, and that's what I'm loving. The fact that she's always did that with him, and he gets it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Your thoughts, my friend? Sorry, whilst I itch my eye.
Well, I'm like you. I'm loving the fact that we don't know if we're getting Hugger Bailey or if we're just getting Psychotic Bailey or again, you know what you're getting with Lyra and Bailey.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it was great, man. I love the pairing, and I love how much the two teams can bounce off each other.
100%, mate. So, of the evening, correct me if I'm wrong. This was a triple threat match, yes.
Yeah.
So Jey Uso versus LA Knight, and Mr. Punk.
Yeah. And
Take us away,
Punk
my
won.
friend, whilst I adjust and get comfortable.
Punk won.
Yes, he did.
But now I'm using a theory that one of our friends told me,
Okay.
which is Scotty.
Oh yeah. Go for it.
So he thinks that they've done what they've done as a ruse to keep Punk away from the world title.
Because because what is the way to happen next?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Which I'm kind of like, yeah, I can see it happening. Because remember what Rollins said to CM Punk.
Yeah.
So I'm only putting it out there, but I think he's onto something.
Do too, man. So then obviously we get what happens in that match. The idiots come out and do the attack. Rollins comes out or whatever, and they're having this chat, and then take it from there, John, because I can't fucking remember much after that.
So Rollins gets on the mic and he talks and talks and talks, and then he says, "I've got these two behind me as backup," and then he talks about the championship again, like the Crown Jewel Championship. He goes, "Do you like my beautiful ring?" or something like that, and then he turns round, and then boom, Breaker spears him. So Breaker spears the living shit out of him.
Yep.
But I liked how Paul Heyman alluded to like the fact that he didn't. He was like,
Yeah, he's standing as much as what the fuck?
and then Bronson, when Bronson goes up and tsunamis Rollins,
Yeah.
and then he's just sort of like got that devilish grin as to say, "I knew what was fucking happening."
Mm-hmm. And it's like the way they put it across and the way he's speaking as well. It's like Heyman didn't want to, but he thought if he
Yeah,
could go with them, he'd be next to get taken out.
yeah,
Now I know what you're saying with that, right? So, and I know I've said it in WWE put out. Is it or is it? Is this a way to, if he's out for potentially, if he is in inverted commas, um, is this a way to keep him off TV for however length of time it is? If it's longer than it needs to be, I think something will happen on Monday Night Raw, with where he'll come out and he'll have to relinquish the belt. That's just if it is
yeah,
right. So this is my theory. If he isn't legitimate injured, and because what's happened with Mr. Reigns.
yeah.
So, and Mr. Reigns says, I don't want to see the Usos to Christmas. Okay? Survivor Series is coming up. We need a men's War Games team. So why don't we have because Rollins and Reigns are on their own again, right? Why
But
don't we have
we've already got the War Games match for SmackDown.
yeah, well, so we do. But my theory was that they two got together with another two and whatever else, and then you had the Raw team of the Braun Brawns, and I don't know who else at the moment. But it'd be Seth and Roman versus them two, or just them two, the four of them facing off against each other in a tag match. There's my theory, and it's probably
Well,
off.
you could to, you
Uh,
could divert to the Braun Bronze,
That's very true,
um,
actually. Yeah,
or and then we could get like two, two of the members of well, we could get the Americanos.
yes, that's very true.
The Americanos could join up.
Never thought of that, mate. Right, okay. Match of the night for that before we go on to NXT, my friend.
Match of the night has got to be. I quite like the IC match.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, I thought that would have killed it more than anything else. Right, moving on to Tuesday night for NXT, we have Ricky Saints and a Tricky Williams segment.
Yes. So we know I think they're going at it at Halloween Havoc.
I think they are, mate. Yes.
But like I say, I don't know if Trick's really TNA or if he's NXT. We don't know
Yeah.
because he's batting for both sides of the field at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree. And then we get this NXT from Tuesday night has a feature of TNA stars, AAA stars. It was a good mix bag of that. So And the first match of the evening was Matt Cardona versus Josh Briggs. Very
You know what?
happy. Go on.
Yeah. No, I was just about to say it was very good to see Mark Cardona back in the WWE ring.
Yes, very good to see. Yes, he maybe didn't get the win and everything else, but like that, you see, he's been away from WWE for so long because obviously he went under persona as Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
But he's done so well for himself in the independents and then getting on to TNA and what he's done and how he's made himself a better wrestler by going out in the
Yeah.
independent scene. And you'll look at from the indies what's happened in indies and where he is now. It's just phenomenal. And the match him and Josh had was, for me, I thought it was a brilliant match and a great to showcase both men so well.
Yeah. Like, do you know what? Right? Do you know, like, well, Mark Cardona, like, we're going to call him his real name. So, like, he's followed in the footsteps of Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
Now, in the sense of his career running round, he's a hell of a megastar now.
Oh, 100%.
And even though he didn't get the win, he showcased what he could do against a big guy like Josh Briggs.
Yes, 100%, mate. Absolutely.
And I think he's just going to elevate even more.
Oh,
Like
yeah, totally.
in
Yeah,
in TNA and in NXT. I think he'll be a feature in NXT, like what Joe Henry is and
yeah.
what Mike Santana is, and oh mate, Mike Santana, what a guy.
Man, wow. It's just great to see the different promotions and stars that we're actually now getting to see in the NXT brand from before because that would never happen um, before that.
It's nice to see them getting on a platform where their name's getting out there as well, because loads of people watch, like loads of people have Netflix. I actually hope that this TV deal that NXT is reportedly getting, this is why the TNA championships went back to TNA,
All right, yeah.
because there's been lots of a TV deal.
For TNA, yeah.
So I'm hoping it's Netflix,
That'd be interesting. So even
because
for
if
this
they're
match,
because
sorry,
because
carry on.
like because like WWE have a partnership with NXT, with TNA, and it just makes sense to have NXT, not NXT, TNA on the same platform
Or
with.
as NXT, yeah, I get, I totally get it. Then we get a field influence promo. And they were going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. And I thought, no, what, it was good, good to see a different type of promo for a change,
Yeah,
and stuff. And I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes and how much further it could go with fatal influence and stuff. Um, I'm going to butcher this guy's fucking name because it was a guy from AAA, and I'm so fucking sorry. Um, El Hadjio Dr. Vanguard. I never butchered it. Versus Alexis King.
do you know what? That Dr. Vanguard guy, he is so amazing.
Yeah.
Like I remember him from Lucha Underground,
Yes.
and the matches he was managing to put on with Johnny Mundo
Johnny Mundo, i.e., aka John Morrison.
was like, it's sort of the same as what he put on against Lexus King.
Yes.
And the fact that he come out and he done a wee bit of a promo first, you
Yeah.
seen him on the screen, he come out and he showed himself as one of the, I think he could go for either the NXT title, the NXT North American Championship, or the tag belts.
Yeah.
He's that good.
Yeah. You're right. And, again, it's great to be getting, because obviously WWE have fought over AAA. It's great to be getting to see these stars because without that, we would never have seen them before. And
Yeah.
it's interesting, and like you just say, I just love what he done in that match with Alexis. Don't get me wrong, King never put a foot wrong, but like Wagner was just that little bit better, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Fourth match of the evening was Blake Monroe versus Zarya.
Now, this is interesting.
Go for it.
So, now we know Zarya and Sol Ruka were getting a tag team championship match on SmackDown.
Yes.
And it built even more because she was sat in the crowd and they actually alluded to her.
Yep. Which is
So, but do you think what they're doing is they're trying to give us like that they hate each other, and then I think they're going to allude to Blake Monroe joining them.
yes, mate. I can see that. Yeah. Because because their name is Zairuka.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So no, I agree. It made sense to put that her in the excuse me, ringside and what else.
Yeah.
No, excuse me.
But Zarya's improved us so much since she joined NXT.
100%, mate. 100%. Right, moving on. Hank and Tank versus Chase U versus the Cullen. Now, this match didn't even fucking start.
Oh.
Because there was no contest, because there was, if I remember rightly, it didn't even get in the ring. Or they got in and then they all started whatever.
Yeah, they all started a chaotic like brawl.
And
basically.
that's what it just carried on. Oh, officially you're late to the party, child, but hello. Ollie's came in, John, and said, hello, guys.
Hi, Ollie, how are you?
Missed quite a lot, so you're going to have to go back and watch it, John, so fuck him. I'm kidding, son, right. Main event was the Women's Battle Royal. And this was for the #1 contendership for the Women's NXT Championship. So we had Jordana Grace, Kiana Jordan, Zarya, Jada Parker, Lash Legend, Lola Vice, Ren Sinclair,
Tatum Paxley,
Ariana Grace, Thea Hale, Petrovic, oh fuck me, Brookside, Ying Lee, Crawford, Armstrong. I was going by surnames because I can't remember the first names right now. Shade. Oh, I know you are. Now stop. I know you are. H by Elegance. Izzy Dame, to name a few. I've probably missed loads.
There was 20 names.
20 names, mate. But know what? What an awesome fucking match.
You know what? The ending of the match.
Yes,
like
that alone, mate. Wow.
It was when like the two of them were in the two of them were in, and she went to go and hit them both over, and she kind of just like went over, but like they all went over her. They went in, and she was like, "What?"
And then Tatum won. It was brilliant. So before we move on, I'm going to go to a match of the evening. All I replied to you, John, and went, good. And he goes, I'm fucking buzzing. I think John and I know why you're fucking buzzing, but we'll leave that for after, okay?
I'm buzzing too for you.
I know, mate, and you're a Jazz fan. Right, match of the evening.
I would have to say match of the evening was the Battle Royal.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I know what, even with this, right, with this whole card from last Tuesday, some of that stuff is built for Halloween Havoc this coming week. If you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to happen at Halloween Havoc on Tuesday. It's going to be interesting to see where stuff goes going forward.
Havoc's is 25th.
Yeah, so it is. It's 2 weeks. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's the weekend, yeah, shit, so it's, yeah, it's the tail end of the weekend, yeah, shit, so it is. Because we'll be speaking about that on the pod, fuck me, man. See, that's what happens when your fucking team gets a win, you go all doolally. Right, Friday night SmackDown from Friday night.
Oh, this was a good show.
It was a fucking amazing show, mate. Cody segment. Now, This started, there was stuff backstage that went on with Solo and the MFTs. They're doing photos
Yeah.
and stuff. Tells them to move out of the way. Whatever else Harry's at happens, he carries on.
Oh, who? No, it was. Oh, who the fuck was it? That was getting pictures. It was Dragon Lee, wasn't it?
Dragon Lee, yes. They were all
Yeah.
getting pictures, and then the MFT's no goes, no, you, it's our turn. And then Cody's music hits, comes out to do his segment. Then Nick Aldis comes out and says, actually, right, your match tonight between Jacob Fatu and Mr. Drew McIntyre is going to be for the number one contendership for your title.
I was confused, like, because like obviously we've heard all week that there was an injury report on
Yes,
Jacob.
we'll get to that. We will get to
Oh
that.
yeah, I was just
I was confused as well, but I think because, right, fuck it, it's there now, right? He is dealing with an injury that is not wrestling related, but because he could take bumps, right?
yeah.
So that's why, and I think, right, when they, fuck it, we'll just talk about it because it's later on in the show anyway. But he gets taken out backstage later on,
Yeah.
right? And we'll have to come back to that because what happens with fucking the end of the show, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So he gets taken out. But I think the reason they've done the takeout way that they have is so he could be off TV for however what's going on in the background for the length of time it needs to happen, if you know what I mean.
Well, we'll also allude to what the commentator said as well.
Yes, we will,
when we come.
yes. So, Miss Bliss, Charlotte Flair versus, who did we speak about earlier? Sol Ruka and Zarya.
Zaruka.
Zaruka, mate, what a match.
Yeah, I mean, and then obviously, like we've said it, we've spoke about it. They showed Blake Monroe again, and she just stood up and she was smiling and being all
Yeah.
happy, and
They're definitely teasing that her to join them and be a faction of three. Well, what I loved, right, this is a brilliant match, and it's still showcasing that they still don't like each other, like Charlotte and that, but yeah, always okay. Oh my god, what a match. I take it you mean the Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss and not the fucking football. Right. Anyway, so what I loved about this match, Strong, was right the fact that it showcased that they're still, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. But apparently, I don't know if you've seen this tweet. I seen it the other day on X, sorry, not a tweet or whatever you want to call it.
It's still tweets.
Yes, he's happy about the match. He's happy about the match. Assuming he's happy about both. So yeah.
Yeah.
But when Alexa was getting paired with someone, she had different people that she was given a list to work with, and she was the one that
Yeah.
chose to work with Charlotte Flair. So, which I thought was really interesting to see that when it was put out. But again, obviously, yes, Zaruka in that lost, sorry, and Charlotte in that retained. But what I loved at the end of the match was the Soul and Zarya were obviously hurting. So you've got Alexa Bliss on the left hand side here.
Yeah.
Soul's in the middle. Zarya is here. And you see, it's just so funny. And I loved it. It's like, you see Charlotte thinking, oh shit, right, I'll go to that side beside Alexa because that's her tag partner. And then I don't know if Alexa alluded to it or the referees or someone behind her alluded to it, like to Charlotte. Because you see it in the video clip when they're walking back up. She goes to go there and you quickly see her change and go around to the other side as Zarya. So, yes, they lost. But it was great to see them because they've got they're hurting both of them, helping all the other women out to back to Gorilla.
Yeah.
Then we get an Alistair Black and Stephanie. Okay, Selena Vega promo, mate. Wow.
Yeah, like the way they talked, the way they talked about the whole like fireball situation,
Yes.
and they did they not allude to Shay when he comes back and to wear an eye patch?
Yes. Yeah.
I was like, are we going down the same route with Damien Priest as they did with Paul Burchill?
That's what I was thinking, mate. That's exactly what I was thinking.
So, or they could go down the route of having Damien, right? I know this is going to sound a bit stupid because he's not a mid card. He's not a mid card.
Yeah.
Have him win, like the US title again, but have him celebrating the hot tub where like, and have like Black and Zelina, and then have a mystery woman and unveil herself as, you know, maybe Black's girlfriend, not Black, Priest's girlfriend or something like that.
I mean, it's nice. I do actually think it's pretty neat. You know what? I just love this promo, how they've put it out there saying everybody's on notice now, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Then, mate, we get to the Sami Zayn Open Challenge.
Oh my fucking god!
Yes,
I my absolute shit at this.
yes, you can lose your shit again because what happens before what happens?
Oh mate, when like I knew it was happening because you can't just like you can't not have like, you know, Carmelo Hayes coming out and not have the Miz be involved.
Miz takes him out, and then that happens,
Yeah.
and then boom.
And then boom, the music hits and like you see some of the crowd thinking, who the fuck
Fuck
is
is
this?
this? Yeah.
And then like as soon as the music hit, I was like, Dragunov's back. Fucking Dragunov's back. Yeah.
Yeah. A year out with was his knee?
Yeah.
Knee. You know what? I mean, I lost it as well because it was like thinking you see because it's been going on for a couple of weeks where Carmelo and Miz, and you see it and thinking, right, he's going to attack him, blah blah blah. And music hit like you. I was the same. I was like, fucking get in, yes, yes, he's back. But
You know
mate,
what?
what a match they put on! What a fucking match both of them put on.
See when he does that kick to the face,
Yes,
right? So I was at an ICW show, and he was the progress. He was something to do with progress, but he come out to be Walter's mystery opponent,
yeah,
and when his foot smacked Walter's chest, I was like, I heard it, and I was like, oh shit, no, because it's so loud,
yeah.
it echoes out the whole arena. Oh, it's crazy.
No, I mean, I'm just so happy, and I'm just wondering with them doing the title change and giving it to Dragunov, happy again. Are they
That
moving?
was Sammy. That was Sammy that pushed for that, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Are they moving on, Sammy, to something else now? I wonder.
Do you think they're getting ready to give him a big push for the world title?
It's because of what happens after this match, though.
Ah, right, yeah.
Because he wins, right? He doesn't get a proper chance to celebrate because the MFTs again, second week in a row, have attacked Sammy and whoever he's been competing against. Then the lights go out. We get the Bo Dallas promo.
Oh,
Then
yeah, so good. Dude.
after the Bo Dallas promo, we get them speaking about that. We've then got the MF. I'm assuming at this point they've scattered out the ring. You get again the MFTs on the either the outside of the ring and the White Six in the middle of the ring again.
Jinx Sammy's going to be their extra man in the War Games.
Could well be. That's what I was thinking. Yes. But also after this promo, this is why I'm saying that why it's six, like what we spoke about earlier. They're in
Yeah.
everybody's ear because you had oh fuck. You had Gargano and Ciampa backstage talking about them. You had Flaxium talking about them. You had somebody else talking about them. And I'm thinking, this or what's going on between both the Raw and SmackDown tag teams and how the Wyatt Six are causing havoc. It's It's great
Yeah.
to fucking see, mate. It's so fucking great to see.
Yeah. It absolutely is.
I'm talking about more tag teams. We then get the next match was the tag match, which was Motor City Machine Guns versus Los Garzas, and this was the year anniversary of Motor City Machine Guns joining the show. This is their first full fledgling year in WWE.
Aye, because their backstage promo was like, mate, let's make this a yearly thing.
Yeah, and I thought that was fucking class.
Seconds, Aaron.
No worries, man. Motor City. Motor City. Chung ching chung chung.
I remember
Motor City.
stamping my foot again.
That's okay, mate. Look, I would love it. Them to get Motor City Machine Guns, get their theme back.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice to see them get the win. Nice to see them back on the show. And everything else. So,
Yeah.
main event of the evening, John.
Right. So
Cody
this is
Rhodes
where
versus Drew McIntyre. This was for the belt. But
no. Well, yeah. But we'll allude to what happened before because I like so
yeah, because
when
he got took out. They
yeah.
then come
But
out.
did you know? But like the commentators were talking about it as well, and I can't remember if it was who was on commentary.
Corey Graves and Vic
Yeah,
Joseph.
did Vic not say to Corey? Was that Jacob's teeth lying right beside him?
I'm sure you're right, mate, yeah.
But the way they've done it, like the way they've choreographed that is like absolutely fantastic. Like because it does look so real.
It does. In fact, the way, as you say, the way they do it, the match, like Cody's music hits, they go to go and start, obviously. No, that's what it is. Drew's music hits. Drew comes down on the mic and says, right, because it's meant to be him versus Jacob Fatu for the number one contendership. That's what it is. So he comes down and says, oh, well, because he's out, I fought for the match, I win, I'm now the new number one contender. And then
Yeah,
Nick Aldis comes down and says, well, if I find out this is you, you do not get the number one contendership. And Drew being cocky as fuck saying, no, this wasn't me, blah, blah, blah. Cody's music hits and they go back and forth, and Cody says, fuck it, in a fucking suit. I'm here. Let's give the people what they want. Let's have a fucking match. In a fucking suit. I know Drew's in jeans and a fucking tank top, right?
no, Drew was in his coat.
He's killed, but you know what I mean? So
Because
Drew's,
then he took it off.
yeah,
But they're alluding. People are alluding to like so. I've seen like so. There's just Alex has alluded to it. Wrestling Days, Stash Club Wrestling, Wrestle Talk, Cultaholic are all saying that this is the seed that's planted Cody's heel turn.
yes, it is. If you think about it, because the way they went back and forth throughout the ring, goes to the table pool, whatever. Now, with the spot, did it happen in the ring or out the ring with the belt? When he hit him
In
with
the
the belt, was it, if it was, this is where I'm confused, if it's out the ring and this was a legitimate match, right? If he's hit him with the belt outside the ring,
yeah,
well, no, technically it would still be a DQ if they're out the ring. Yeah, it's technically would still be a DQ.
the ref didn't ring the bell.
So that's where, fair enough. But it didn't really,
That segment was confusing. It was confusing.
yeah, it confused the fuck out of me because then the way, like, what I've seen in that DQ and everything about the match didn't physically start. I agree why you're saying this way, with the way they planted the seed, and because with the way Cody acted, the way he physically fucking hit Drew with that belt. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So,
because once the title went off the head of Drew, the graphic started coming up saying the executive producer
Producer,
Paul
yeah.
Levesque, and I'm
Lee
just sort
Fitting
of
and
like,
stuff. And the thing is, like, even after that, they still tried to both fight each other, but officials and everything came out and stopped them. So I think this match is definitely going to happen at Saturday Night Main Event.
100%. And I hope the fuck it's a street fight.
Oh, mate, that would be fucking awesome. That would be absolutely fucking awesome.
Yeah, because like you can't have a rules in a match between two guys that absolutely fucking despise each other.
Each other 100%, mate. Give me a second. Dude. I'm trying to see if they've announced much for Saturday Night Main Event or Halloween Havoc.
I know they've got a few matches for Havoc already announced, but I'm not sure what order they're going to go in.
So, the Speed Tournament begins on Tuesday night.
Yeah, is that for the men's?
Yes.
Do you know who the champion is now for?
Yes.
El Grande
El
Americano.
Grande Americano, yes.
So I'm thinking, right? Have they just shot themselves in the foot with that gimmick again? Because Andrade was the speed champion, sorry. Was he not meant to portray that character in the first place as well as thingy? So
I think so, mate. Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking anyway.
So there'll be a contract signing for Tricky Williams and Ricky Saints for Halloween Havoc, which will also be on Tuesday night. Give me a second.
Yeah, because did they not track each other backstage as well?
Yes.
In some of the segments.
Yeah, mate. So no, can't really see much, but thank you as always, my friend, for joining me on this fine, wonderful Sunday evening in the piss and rain.
Oh, I know it's been ridiculous.
It has been, mate, but that's what for once they got the, the weather correct. Thank you, Ollie, and for joining us as always in the comments.
And I don't know if he's watching, but I'm going to give a shout out to my cousin's fiance Dean, who watches us as well.
Fair enough. No, mate, the only person I could see that's either came in, it doesn't tell me where where they're watching from. Like it just tells me there's one person watching on Twitch. No one's watching on YouTube or Facebook. So there we are.
Right, it might be Dean watching on Twitch, or it
Fair
could be
enough.
Ollie.
No, he commented on Facebook, mate.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Ollie commented on Facebook. So thank you again, as always. Thank you again, everyone, for watching who has been here and listening to us waffle the biggest lot of crap ever. But myself, John, and hopefully Alex, I can't remember he's back from holiday, will be back next Sunday evening, chatting all things WWE. And you'll all find out what time when the graphic goes out. Peace.